I got turned on to X39 about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer, maybe almost 2 years. And I had just celebrated my 60th birthday. And I had been dealing with a torn rotator cuff in my left shoulder. And it was something that was getting worse over time. And I'm an athlete. I practice yoga. I'm an avid yoga practitioner and athlete. I work out and I do a lot of sports, skiing, mountain biking, hiking here in Sedona. I'm very active. I don't have any health issues. I've had really blessed with perfect health my whole life. I've lived a very kind of natural lifestyle for the majority of my life. But all of a sudden I was having this issue with my left shoulder. And I don't know exactly how I injured it, but all of a sudden I had this shoulder that was just painful. And when I raised my arm up, it would be painful in the joint. And then it started developing kind of a crunchiness, a roughness in the rotator when I would go like this. I had all the classic symptoms. And I went to yoga and tried to stretch into it. Normally my body will regenerate. If I have an injury like this, maybe I pulled or strained it, but no, it was getting worse and worse over time, unfortunately. It got to the point where I couldn't sleep on my left side, and it was interrupting my sleep cycle, and I couldn't sleep for like a month, maybe 6 weeks. And I was actually kind of starting to get depressed, and I was thinking, man, I'm going to have a surgery on my shoulder. And I was like, welcome to 60. This is what 60 looks like. And my father had had both of his shoulders operated on. So I just figured, maybe this is hereditary or something like that. And I was getting kind of depressed about the situation. And then all of a sudden I got a call from Beamy. And, I told her what I was experiencing. And she said, hey, have you tried the patch? And I said, well, I've been offered it for about a year prior. I'd heard about X39. Different people had approached me, but I was involved with another health product and I didn't want to try anything else at the time. And so I just kind of didn't try it. But then when Beamy called me, because I was going through something, I said, I'm ready to give this a try now, and you're the one. And so I ordered a package and got the patches in a few days, and I put one on, and I have to say, like within 24 hours, the pain subsided dramatically. It really got my attention. It felt so much better the next day. And so I just kept wearing it. And I also noticed that those first days, my sleep became very deep and regenerative. And I was having these vivid technicolor dreams that went along with the deep sleep. So that was quite interesting. And but I just kept wearing it. And then after about, I would say, maybe a week or 10 days, all of a sudden, I didn't feel it throughout the day, because before it was just kind of a nagging thing all day long, especially if I would move in a certain way. And all of a sudden, I didn't feel it like that after a week or 10 days. It wasn't bothering me. I wasn't noticing. And then I would say maybe 10 days, 2 weeks, I could sleep on my left side again. And so that was just amazing. And I was so grateful for that. And so I just kept wearing it. And now it's been, almost 2 years. But what I noticed was that, because I'm a yoga practitioner, even though I wasn't feeling it, I could sleep on my left side, there was still an injury deep down in the core of my shoulder, especially when, if you do yoga, when you do eagle pose and pull across the front, it would just pull right in to the rotator cuff. And I still felt some trauma and injury down deep. But over time, it just got less and less and less and less. And I would say after about 6 months, it was completely gone. My shoulder was totally regenerated. And now, a year and a half, almost 2 years, I have absolutely no memory in my shoulder of any injury at all. So I'm so grateful for that. And I will say that recently I took some time off from X39. I decided that I would just I took about 3 weeks off, I think, of not wearing the patch after a year and a half. I just wanted to see what that was like, to allow my body to reset. And then when as I said, I don't have any health issues. I don't have any pain happening right now, thank God. But I did notice that when I put the patch on, there was a definite kind of a subtle vibrational shift where I just felt a level of just kind of energetic wellness and vitality. That's like a frequency that I could feel in my nervous system, in my light system, in my body. It just felt I could definitely tell the difference. So, and I will say that I was using X49 pretty consistently when it first came out. And I did notice a dramatic experience with my endurance and stamina and strength. And because I'll tell you what happened was I got the patch in November. Later that month, the ski area opened here in Flagstaff, and I'm an avid skier. So I went up for my first day of skiing. I'd been wearing X39, X49 for a few days at that point, or maybe a week. And I got on the mountain and I skied from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain nonstop. And I had all this strength. And my first day, normally it's a little bit, I don't have the strength or stamina because I haven't used those muscles. But this was like, all of a sudden I got to the bottom and I was just like, wow, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever done that before. And I said, this must be X49. So really had a dramatic experience with that. But so I'm grateful for the technology, for the healing I received, and also the business has blessed my life tremendously, as I just hit the senior director a couple of days ago. And definitely the company and LifeWave has up-leveled my prosperity and my abundance level in my life, allowing me and my son who lives with me to enjoy a very nice lifestyle, always knowing that we have this wonderful business that's blessing us in that way. So I'm grateful all the way around. I share it wherever I go. I share it where I see people in public. I'll go right up to people. If I see they got an ache or a pain, I'll go right up and chat them up and give them some samples. So